A very good day to you all. My name is Josh, and on behalf of the entire crew, welcome on board this British Airways flight. To help us depart on time, please place your luggage or hand baggage securely in the overhead lockers. Smaller bags, including those tagged with yellow label, must be placed under the seat in front of you. If you're sitting in the front row seat or in an emergency exit row, the floor area must be completely cleared for takeoff. Once your hand baggage is securely stowed, please make yourselves comfortable and keep the aisle clear for all our remaining customers to join us on board. As a reminder, smoking, including e-cigarettes, vaping and the use of other smoking devices, is not permitted at any time whilst on board. This includes the toilets, which are fitted with smoke detectors.
Brussels traffic, Beauty to Data Foxtrot on heading 070 downwind, runway 25 left, descending to 3000 feet.
Charlie Air traffic ARR 838 Papa. We are on localizer 7.5 miles per runway 24. Charlie Air traffic.
Visual traffic, duty to Delta Foxtrot, establishing ILS 25 left. Visual traffic, duty to Delta Foxtrot, fully established ILS 25 left. Continuing at number 1.
For the attention of the cabin crew, boarding complete with all ground staff, please leave the aircraft.
To Delta Foxtrot, vacating runway 25 left at Charlie 4.
cabin crew, doors to automatic and cross-check please.
Welcome on board everyone. All customers have now boarded and we're about to brief you on the safety procedures of this aircraft. We ask that you remove your personal headphones until the end of the briefing. Portable electronic devices may be used during the flight as long as they are in flight safe mode. You may use handheld devices such as mobile phones, tablets and e-readers during takeoff and landing. You may also use personal headphones at these times. Larger items, including laptops, must be switched off and stowed away safely. As a reminder, smoking is not permitted at any time whilst on board.
Now going to explain the emergency procedures on this British Airways aircraft. The captain and the crew are here for your safety. It is important that you pay attention and follow instructions carefully. First, check your seatbelt is securely fastened. Insert the metal tag into the buckle and tighten by pulling on the loose end. To unfasten, simply lift up the metal flap on the buckle and pull apart. You'll find the seatbelt sign in the panel above your head. When it's on, you must fasten your seatbelt. We'll provide extension seatbelts for infants. We suggest you keep your seatbelt fastened and visible during our flight, even when the sign is off. Your life jacket is either beside or underneath your seat. To use it, take it out of the container and place it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and tie them securely in a double bow at your side. Inflate your life jacket when you leave the aircraft. We will supply life cots for babies and life jackets for children. In the unlikely event of the aircraft having to make an emergency landing, you'll be told to take this protective brace position. We will now explain how to leave the aircraft in an emergency. Move quickly to the closest usable exit, taking nothing with you. High-heeled shoes must be taken off as they may tear the evacuation slide. Emergency lighting, including floor-level lighting, will help you find your way to the exits. These are clearly signed. There are 2 exits at the rear of the aircraft and 2 at the front of each cabin section. Your crew will now point out the exits nearest to you. To open the doors, move the handle in the direction of the red arrow. Opening the doors automatically inflates the evacuation slides. The slides can also be inflated by pulling this handle. Jump onto the slide and move away from the aircraft. If the aircraft has landed on water, these slides detach to form rafts. As you leave the aircraft, inflate your life jacket by pulling the red tag. If necessary, blow into this mouthpiece to top up the air. The life jacket is fitted with a light and a whistle. Your oxygen mask is behind the panel just above your head. If the cabin air system should fail, this will be released. Stay in your seat and pull the mask towards you to open your supply. Please note that the bag does not inflate. Place it over your mouth and nose and adjust the bag to secure it, then breathe normally. Do make sure your own mask is correctly fitted before helping anyone else. All electronic devices, including mobile phones, must be switched off, and all headsets must be removed whenever the engines are running on the ground during takeoff, approach and landing. Please ensure your mobile phone and any devices that can send or receive calls or text messages remain off for the flight. Any items with a flight safe mode should have this feature enabled now. Some electronic devices can be used once we're airborne. Please check High Life magazine. Take care your hand baggage isn't blocking the aisles or exits. It must be put under the seat in front of you or in an overhead locker. But place items in the locker carefully, as they may fall and injure someone. As we prepare for takeoff, please make sure that your tray table is put away, your seat is upright, and your armrest is down. Finally, take a look at the safety card in the seat pocket.
Brussels traffic, B-Line 8 Sierra, 5,000 feet inbound, PAVK, for ILS, Whiskey, runway 25 left, 16 miles out.
Cabin crew, seats for takeoff.
Hello.
Hi Captain, it's Michael. Cabin is secure for takeoff. See you there.
Thanks, see you in the air.
Very good evening. My name is Michael, the in-flight manager, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all on board today. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce some of the rest of the crew on board. Working alongside me in Club Europe is Susan, and working in Eurotravel. Especially welcome to those of you returning from the British Airways Executive Club and those of you joining us from our Onward Alliance partners. May I remind you to keep your seatbelt fastened wherever you are seated, and it must remain securely fastened whenever the seatbelt signs are on. Please do take care when we go for head lockers, as items may have moved during our departure and they could fall out and cause injury to yourself or a fellow passenger. As a reminder, smoking, including e-cigarettes, vaping and the use of other smoking devices is not permitted at any time whilst on board, and this does include the toilets, which are fitted with smoke detectors. We have 3 toilets located on board the aircraft today, 1 located at the front of the cabin for those travelling in Club Europe, and 2 located at the rear of the cabin for those of you travelling in Eurotraveller. All of the toilets are equipped with baby changing facilities. We're pleased to offer you Wi-Fi on today's flight. To connect, join the BA Wi-Fi network and visit shop.ba.com to discover the offers available. We are also pleased to be launching our free onboard Wi-Fi messaging service for all British Airways Executive Club members. To connect, join the BA Wi-Fi network and visit the Executive Club section of shop.ba.com where you can discover more information. To keep up to date with the latest travel trends, to find an original guide to your destination or tips on how to make the most of your time in the skies, you can read the digital version of the High Life magazine for free via the BA Wi-Fi login screen on your personal electronic device. In-seat power is available within your seat area and will be ready for you to use once the seatbelt signs have been switched off. All phones should be placed to silent to avoid disturbing other customers, and please note video and phone calls are not permitted at any time during the flight. We're about to commence the onboard service. If you do have a food allergy or would like information on specific allergens on today's flight, please do speak to any member of the crew. For those of you seated in Club Europe, we'll be offering you a choice of meal and drinks from the bar. In Eurotraveler, we'll be offering you a complimentary bottle of water and a snack. This will be then followed by the High Life Cafe service. To make a purchase from the High Life Cafe, visit shop.ba.com to discover the items available. Alternatively, you can check the menu in the seat back pocket in front of you. We now invite you to make yourself at home and enjoy our hospitality. If there's anything that the team or I can do to make your journey more comfortable, please do let one of us know.
Traffic Line Channel and Centrelink pilot.
captain is now switched on the fasten seatbelt sign as we will shortly be landing. Please now return to your seat and make sure that all of your personal belongings are safely put away in the overhead lockers or under the seat in front of you. Customers sitting in a front row seat or an emergency exit row should place all items in the overhead lockers, leaving the floor area around your seat completely clear. Please check that your table is folded away, your seat is in the landing position with the armrest down, and your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you're seated by a window and have lowered the blind, please return this to the open position for landing. You may continue to use handheld electronic devices for landing. These must be held securely or placed into a pocket. Larger items, including laptops, must now be switched off and stowed away safely. Please also take a moment to remind yourself of your nearest exit and study the safety card in your seat area. In the event of an emergency, leave all hand baggage behind.
traffic with go to Bravo Yankee sharp final, C5. Lewis traffic with go to Bravo Yankee PK 25.
Traffic was just at the line.
Cabin crew, seats for landing.
Hello.
Hi Captain, it's Michael. That's the cabin secure for landing. We'll see you down there.
Thank you. We'll see you on the ground.
1,000.
News traffic T5 half 56. 7 miles off the runway. Over the bumper.
$500.
50 above. Decide.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
A very warm welcome to your destination. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the fasten seatbelt signs have been switched off. When it is safe to do so, please do take care when opening overhead lockers, as items may have moved during our journey and they could fall out and cause injury to yourself or a fellow passenger. You may now make and receive calls as well as use all data services on your handheld electronic devices. Please check that you have all your personal belongings with you before you leave the aircraft. If you require any assistance here at your destination, please do speak to your colleagues and be happy to help. And for those customers who have ordered special assistance to leave the aircraft today, we ask that you please remain seated, keeping the aisle around you clear, and the crew will be in hand to assist you. On behalf of all of us on board and British Airways, I would like to thank you for choosing to fly with us today, and we do look forward to seeing you back on board very soon. Thank you, and have a very good evening.
Traffic Steve 907, final 2.5 miles, runway 27 right. You're in traffic 1022 Echo Yankee, descended to 5000 for Australian approach 5 fit me for RS25.
Super 83, short final now, 27 left.
Good luck, mate.
Cheers.
Your traffic Super 907, vacated 279.
Coming crew, doors to manual and cross check, thank you.
As we will be using steps to disembark the aircraft today, please take care and use the handrails provided. Once on the ground, please follow the directions of our ground colleagues. Thank you.
Gatwick traffic plus down to 1.5, 4 miles fine.
Super 83, vacated to the right.